Life doesn't slow down for anyone. The world keeps spinning, even when you feel lost, tired, or behind. This chapter reminds you that every moment of hesitation is a missed heartbeat of opportunity. You'll discover how time silently tests your courage and why waiting for the right moment is just another way of saying never. Through reflection and real world parallels, you'll feel the urgency to move. Not later, but now. The sound of a ticking clock. Tick, tock. That's how it begins. The reminder that life is moving even when you aren't. Every second that passes is a quiet whisper saying, "Don't wait." You wake up every morning with a choice. Stay the same or start. Most people tell themselves they'll begin tomorrow. But here's the truth. Tomorrow doesn't exist. It's an illusion, a promise that keeps you standing still while time walks past you. You felt it before, that ache in your chest when you know you could have done more. A small regret that shows up at night right before sleep. You tell yourself you'll fix it next week, next month, next year. But deep down, you know, time doesn't wait for your comfort to catch up. The clock keeps ticking whether you move or not. The world doesn't pause for your fear, your doubts, or your excuses. And that's what makes life both beautiful and brutal. Every second is a chance, but it's also a countdown. Look around. Some people started with less than you and built a life that inspires millions. Not because they had more talent, not because they had more time, but because they refused to wait. Waiting is silent destruction. It doesn't come crashing down, it fades you out slowly. You stop taking risks. You stop believing. You start existing instead of living. And before you realize it, a year has passed and you're still standing in the same spot. Imagine your life as a movie. Would you want to watch a story where the hero never moves, never tries, never fails, never rises? Of course not. Because the best stories are made of motion, even messy motion. You don't need perfect timing, you need courage to begin. Think about a river. It never stays still. It carves mountains, shapes valleys, creates new paths. Why? Because it moves. That's what life asks of you, to keep moving even when the path isn't clear. There will always be reasons to wait. You might say, "I'm not ready." But readiness is built in motion, not before it. Every expert started as a beginner who took the first step before they felt prepared. The truth is, you become ready by doing. You might say, "What if I fail?" You will. Sometimes. Everyone does. But failure is not the opposite of progress. It is progress. Each mistake sharpens you, toughens you, teaches you. The only true failure is never trying at all. Time is the one thing you can't negotiate with. You can earn more money, rebuild your reputation, repair relationships. But you cannot buy back a single lost day. Every sunrise is a silent reminder. The clock started again, and you get to choose how to use it. You see, life doesn't need you to sprint all the time. It just needs you to move. Step by step, breath by breath. Small progress every day is still movement, and it adds up to something powerful. There's a strange kind of peace that comes with motion. When you act, your mind stops overthinking. When you start, fear loses its grip. When you move, life starts to meet you halfway. Doors open, people appear, paths form. But none of that happens while you wait. Waiting is standing in the dark and hoping the lights turn on by themselves. Action is reaching for the switch. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to stop letting time slip through your fingers like sand. Because one day, you'll look back and realize the moments you wasted were the very moments that could have changed everything. Think about this. The person you dream of becoming, they already exist inside you. But they're buried under layers of hesitation. Every time you say not yet, you push that version further away. And every time you say why not now, you pull them closer. You were born with a heartbeat for a reason. It's life's built-in metronome, a personal reminder that time is flowing right now. That sound in your chest isn't just survival. It's a countdown of potential. It's your signal to begin. Maybe today isn't perfect. Maybe the path looks uncertain. But the truth is, it never will be perfect. Perfection is another form of delay. Progress, however, starts in imperfection. So stop waiting for the right day, the right mood, the right plan. Because the right day is today. The clock won't stop, and neither should you. Pause for a moment. Listen. Tick. Tock. That's not just time passing, that's your life calling. And it's saying move. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be as long as you take the next step. One action can change your entire direction. One decision can rewrite your whole story. And one brave moment can turn hesitation into momentum. Time doesn't belong to those who wait. It belongs to those who use it. So don't watch the clock, become it. Set your pace. Create your rhythm. Make your seconds count. Because life won't wait, and neither should you. The question is, will you start before the next tick fades away? And when you finally take that step, you'll notice something powerful. The fear doesn't disappear, it transforms. It becomes energy, movement, purpose. And that right there is the bridge between fear and action. We all stand on invisible bridges, the space between who we are and who we want to be. This chapter dives into the fear that holds you back, fear of failure, judgment, or not being enough. You'll learn how to walk through uncertainty with faith and how small steps build unstoppable momentum. It's about crossing that inner bridge one brave decision at a time, even when you can't see the other side. You stand at the edge. The ground beneath you feels safe, familiar. But ahead, there's a bridge made of uncertainty. You can't see what waits on the other side. You only know it leads somewhere better. And yet your feet won't move. That's fear. Not the kind that shouts, but the kind that whispers. It tells you to wait, to prepare more, to think twice. It tells you that maybe you're not ready, that maybe you'll fall, that maybe you'll look foolish trying. But here's the truth. Fear isn't your enemy. It's a signal, a compass pointing toward growth. It only appears when something meaningful is at stake. And that's how you know you're standing in the right place. Every person you admire once stood where you are now, frozen at the start of their own bridge. Unsure, nervous. The difference is they took one step anyway. You see, courage doesn't mean you stop feeling afraid. It means you walk through fear with trembling hands and a steady heart. You don't wait for confidence to show up, you build it one step at a time. Each time you move forward, the bridge grows stronger beneath your feet. Fear feeds on silence. The longer you wait, the louder it gets. It grows in the space between your dreams and your doubts. It builds walls out of what-ifs and not-yets. But the moment you act, something changes. Fear loses its shape. What felt like a storm becomes just wind on your face. and suddenly you realize the monster you imagined was mostly in your mind. Think back to a time when you did something you were scared of. Maybe it was speaking in front of others. Maybe it was starting something new. You probably felt the same fear then, your heart racing, your hands shaking. But afterward, didn't you feel alive? Didn't you feel stronger? That's the quiet reward of action. It transforms fear into pride. Life is full of bridges like this. Starting a business, ending a toxic relationship, following a dream. Each one begins with the same question: what if I fail? But here's another question: what if you don't? What if everything you've ever wanted is waiting just across that bridge? You don't need to see the whole path to take the first step. The bridge reveals itself as you walk. That's how faith works. Not blind belief, but trust in your own ability to figure it out as you go. Step, breathe, adjust, repeat. It's like driving through fog at night. You can't see miles ahead, only a few feet. But if you keep moving, those few feet are all you need to reach your destination. That's what courage looks like. Not knowing everything, but going anyway. Sometimes, fear disguises itself as logic. It says wait until you're ready. It says make sure it's perfect first. But perfection is just fear in a mask. The truth is, readiness is born in motion, not before it. You'll stumble. You'll doubt yourself. You might even want to turn back. But the bridge doesn't collapse under your weight. It holds you because it was built for you. Every lesson you've learned, every setback you survived, they are the planks beneath your feet. You've already crossed more bridges than you realize. Think of every hard moment you faced and survived. You didn't know how at the time, but you did it anyway. That's proof. Proof that you can do it again. Don't look down. Don't overthink the drop beneath you. Keep your eyes on the horizon. The fear will walk beside you for a while, but it can't lead you anymore. You're the one holding the map now. Every step you take sends a message to your future self. You am coming. Every time you choose progress over comfort, you are rewriting your story. And with each step, you grow quieter inside a Euro, because motion calms the noise that fear creates. I'll notice something beautiful as you walk. The bridge that once looked fragile begins to feel solid. You start to trust it all and yourself. The wind, Doesna, won't scare you anymore. It reminds you that you're real live. And when you look back, you'll see how far you'll come out, not because the bridge changed, but because you did. Remember this, fear will always exist. Even the strongest people feel it. The difference is, they would have learned to keep moving with it, not against it. That would have learned that fear is not Urotawala, It's a doorway. So when fear shows up, Donna Uro to run away. Welcome it, listen to it, then walk through it. Because behind every fear is a version of you Theta, Euro's freer, wiser, and stronger. The Euro, that's the real reward, or not just reaching the other side, but discovering who you become along the way. The bridge Doesna Uro ti demand perfection. It only asks for motion. So take that step, even if it Euro small. Take it trembling, but take it anyway. Yeah, Uro will soon realize that the other side is Nauroti as far as it looked. And when you reach it, something inside you shifts out Euro. Fear fades, confidence rises, and your heart whispers, Euro oid, I did it. Euro. But as you stand there, catching your breath, something new stirs within you. a different kind of energy. Not fear this time a Euro, but hunger. A desire not just to walk, but to run. Because once you've crossed the bridge, you understand something deeper. You were never meant to stand still. You've crossed the bridge. The fear that once held you captive is now behind you, fading into the distance. We're re-standing on solid ground, Aro, but something inside you refuses to stop. There are roars of fire burning now, a pulse that whispers, keep going. That, Euros, what happens when you finally move. Momentum becomes your new oxygen. You start to see that life isn't about waiting for perfect chances. It is about running toward them before they disappear. You're not the same person you were when you hesitated at the edge. You're overgrown, even if you don't grow to see it yet. You have learned that movement creates strength, and that courage multiplies every time you use it. It's time to run oral, not in panic, but with purpose. Because life is not Euro to race against others. Euro essa race against regret. And the finish line is na Uro to destination. Uro's the version of you that never gave up. Look at the world around you. Every sunrise, every wave, every heartbeat, Aro, they all move forward. Nothing in nature stands still. The sun do esna. Uro to pause mitske. Rivers donya. Uro to freeze in place. Seasons donya Uro to wait for anyone to be ready. So why should you? Running toward tomorrow do esna. Euro T mean you never rest. It means you never quit. You keep showing up even when you are Euro retired, even when you doubt yourself. Because consistency, not perfection, changes everything. Think of a runner on a long road. Their legs ache. Their lungs burn. But they don't Euro to stop. Why? Because that road learned something powerful. Our road pain is temporary, but the pride of finishing lasts forever. Yeah, Oro felt that pain too. The exhaustion after chasing something that did no work. The frustration of watching others move faster while you stumble. But remember, our Euro, every step, even the messy ones, counts. Progress is not Urora always loud. Sometimes always a quiet breath in the middle of the storm. The truth is, regret is heavier than failure. You can recover from falling, but you can recover from never trying. Thedo, this is why you have to run an Oro, not away from your past, but towards your future. Let regret become your fuel, not your weight. You'd have to sprint. Just move with intention. Because when your steps align with purpose, every direction becomes forward. Purpose is not Oro to found in books or speeches. F's found in movement. You discover it when you do the thing that scares you. When you wake up one more morning and say, you're not done yet. When you push through the noise in your head and trust the rhythm of your heart. You see, dreams don't Uru chase you, Auru, you chase them. They wait patiently on the other side of effort. Discipline is the bridge that connects wanting something and living it. And though discipline can feel like a cage at first, Idaho is actually freedom in disguise. When you build habits that serve your future, life begins to expand. You wake up lighter. You speak clearer. You walk with direction instead of drifting through days. Because the more you move with purpose, the more tomorrow opens its doors to you. But Haria, Euro's what most people forget. The road will always test your pace. You are to face moments when motivation fades, when progress feels invisible. Theta Oros when most people slow down Oro, but Theta Oros when you must keep running. Because breakthroughs live right behind the moments you almost give up. Every storm ends. Every night breaks. Every tired heart finds rhythm again. You just have to keep showing up long enough to see the light return. Running toward tomorrow isn't about speed, out about direction. Ida Orio's about waking up every day and asking yourself one question. Oreo, what can I do today that brings me closer to who I want to be? Oreo, and then doing it. Not perfectly, not dramatically. Just honestly, because the truth is you don't need to be extraordinary to make progress. You just need to be consistent. Remember when you stood still, afraid to begin? Now look how far you've come. You've faced your fears, walked through your doubts, and built momentum from your own pain. Theta Uros, not luck. Theta Uros, growth. And growth doesna. Euro T stop here. Tomorrow isna. Uro to place you arrive. Oh, Euro eat. Euro is a path you build. Step by step. Choice by choice. Day by day. And when life throws obstacles in your way, don't let Oro see them as blocks. A Euro see them as training. Because every challenge strengthens your stride. Every setback builds endurance. Every fall teaches you how to rise faster next time. At some point, Euro will stop asking Auro, how long will it take, Auro, and start saying Auro, however long it takes, Dado. Theta is when you become unstoppable. You are no longer chasing life, you are no longer chasing life, You're a Euro, no longer waiting for permission. Our Euro, rewriting your own path. Euro are no longer afraid of tomorrow. Oro, Euro running straight into it with open hands. Because when you run toward tomorrow, Euro not escaping the past on Euro, rewriting it. Euro returning lessons into light. Euro proving that growth is not about where you started, about how far you were willing to go. So keep running, even when it rains, even when it hurts, even when no only Euro's clapping for you. Because every step forward is one step closer to the person you were meant to be. Donna Euro to stop now. Don Euro to slow down when life tests your limits. The road ahead might be long, but so is your strength. And one day you'll look back and realize, Oro, every tear, every doubt, every small victory led you here. To this moment. To this version of you who refuses to wait, refuses to quit, refuses to live half asleep. Because you overlearned something most people never do. Life, doesna. Uro to reward those who hesitate. It rewards those who run. So run not to escape, but to become. Run towards your purpose. Run towards your tomorrow. And when the sun rises again, let it find you moving, Oro. Not waiting for life to happen, but creating it with every fearless step you take.